Hey, this is DJ Straight. Welcome to Praise from the Closet Part B. Once again, that old crazy internet act like it didn't want to work right, so we had to do some switcheroos around. But I'm excited tonight to have Aaron Walker on all the way live from the great state of New Jersey. But listen, while you waiting for me to bring this young lady on, go ahead and hit subscribe to our YouTube channel, DJ Straight. We've got some exciting things coming up. I believe next week we'll be having interviews from some people in California, I think Detroit, New York, all the way around. Again, that's it. Go to our website, WGMLB, and it will take you to our YouTube channel, and you can see all the things that we have on today. Again, if you're interested in doing any of the shows, once you look at our YouTube channel, hit us up on Gospel Music Lovers Buffet at gmail.com. Not only that, if you go to WGMLB.com, you will hear inspirational music 365 days, 24/7. But that's enough about me. I am DJ Straight, your hostess with the mostest, most of the time. Show a little bit of my shirt. We're going to get that studio stuff right, man. Anyway, so I'm excited to bring Aaron Walker on today from Aaron's Way Illustrations. And let me go ahead and bring her on, and then we're going to get this going. Hey, Aaron, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good. Listen, thank you so much for coming on. And before I even get to asking you some questions, I have got to put your information up here. So, because you all are going to contact her, either the phone or her email, and even she has an Instagram account. So, Aaron, before I get into some of your beautiful work, I looked at the whole site that you sent me, and I struggled between how many that I wanted to show, and because it's each illustration was so different. Tell us, how long have you been doing your art?
Honestly, a lot of people say this, but since I was a little kid, I've always loved art. I couldn't put it down. I still can't, but since I could pick up a pencil, literally, I was drawing.
What gives you the inspiration?
Honestly, between like scriptures, and sometimes I'll see like pictures. I love Pinterest or Instagram sometimes, other people's artwork. There's so many ways I get inspiration, but those are the main ones.
Yeah, and let me do a timeout right quick. When I was communicating with her tonight, before it was time for me to send her the link, she said, "Hey, I'm in prayer right now. Prayer meaning I think, or prayer, and I will get on when I can." I was like, "Yeah, this is how we're gonna make it, you all. We've got to have prayer, and our life has got to be active. You have got to have Jesus Christ in your heart, and just let Him allow you to lead, because this is a Christian. Amen. This is a WGMLB is Wonderful Gospel Music Lovers Buffet. That means inspirational music from gospel, traditional, bluegrass, hillbilly, rap, all of that. So when she said that, I was like, oh yeah, we are definitely got the right guest on tonight. A young lady, and I'm going to say this, a young lady that's sold out for the Lord. Yeah. So absolutely. And if you want to come on another time and share your testimony and about what you're doing, you are more than welcome to. But okay. So Aaron's Way is, so how did you come up with the name? I know your name is Aaron, but how did you come up with that?
Honestly, my mom, she's like my biggest cheerleader. She encourages me to like always branch out and do things. So, um, I think it was like I was definitely younger. So I'm gonna guess like maybe 2017-ish, 2016-ish. She was like, you should use your name, and it's you're always going in different directions, so you could just be like Aaron's Way, because it's just like a journey. Every life is a journey, so
That's
you're
right.
always winding and twisting, but it's always a singular path for the most part. So
Okay.
that's kind of like how I got the name.
Excellent. Excellent. And let me
Mhm.
just say this, excuse me, to our audience. If you have questions, you can post them on YouTube and I'll be able to share them. Questions, comments, and I'll be able to share them with Aaron. And again, as we talk, I'm going to go through continuously put up how to connect with her. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's talk about some of your let's talk about some of your art because first of all, you had to have an eye. This is her cover page for her website. I looked at all 33 pictures. We may not get to look at them today. Aaron, we
I
disappeared.
don't know. I don't know if it's on my end, but you're like, it doesn't sound right.
Okay, you know what, Aaron? I lost you. Let me take you out and come back in. Yeah, I think it was. I think it's on your end. Um, yeah, I think it's on her end. But let me bring up some of her artwork. Let me bring up some of her artwork while we're waiting for her to come up and come back in. So again, if you want to connect with Erin, her Instagram is at illustrations underscore by underscore Erin. Her phone number, I'm gonna put it across the screen, 916-613-9146. Email Aaron'sway at gmail.com. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and I am going to, yes, I'm going to go on and share some of her artwork until I can get her back on. And this is just brilliant artwork. Again, this is her page. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, that's good. I think it might be on your end, Aaron, because I am unable to get you back in. So let's see if I can add you to the screen. You all, this is live. This is live. Okay, add.
I'm back.
All right. So I've got you on two times, Aaron. So you are,
Oh,
that's okay. Let me see if I can remove. Nope, that one was good. Come back in on that one. Let me remove
okay.
this one. So you're good now. It's technology. Can you hear me, see me well now? She just went back out. Aaron. Aaron, can you hear and see me, Aaron? You're going in and out. I think on her end, she's going in and out. She can't hear me. So we're live, you all. Welcome to Praise from the Closet. This is what happens when you're live. Again, hit us up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because we've got some exciting things coming back on. Okay, Aaron, you're back on.
Okay.
Stay on where you are now. I can see you. I'm going to remove your other name.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm adding your beautiful illustrations. What's the concept behind? And you also stated that you do wood burning. And what are the other two type of illustrations that you do?
I do mostly painting and drawing, but I do wood burning as well, yes.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
want to go through and when you're doing these creations, are you looking at something or it's coming from your head?
A lot of them, it's a mix of both. Sometimes I do have a reference picture, but a lot of the time I just kind of like between like seeing people. I'll just be like, I feel like I'll like be like, I like how that their hair was, or maybe
Okay.
the way they did their makeup or something.
I,
And
I
sometimes I'll just do it like that, and I'll
I
just come up
noticed you
with
had quite
something.
a few hairstyles going on in here.
Yeah.
So this is a combination of several people. What's
hmm
going on with these people?
So these are four different pictures, but I had put them together because I had an art show, so I was like selling them as a bundle.
Oh, okay.
Um, but I had so for the guy, I was trying out a different style because like
Okay.
you can see that he does look a little different from some of the other ones I did.
Now,
Um,
if people go on your Instagram page, are they able to purchase your drawings from there?
so I have to redo my website because for some
Okay.
reason it's weird, but I will have my website back up.
Okay.
Um, but I have a link that has how you can purchase
Okay.
the artwork. But if they go on my page, they can direct message me or text my phone number, and I will give them the information that way.
Right. This is
Yeah.
beautiful. I've got a couple of favorites here. This is not one of them. The next one will be my favorite. Okay, I see this. What is this? A painting, a drawing? I don't think it's wood burning. Well, explain this picture. How did you come up with this concept?
So this is a painting. It's watercolor, and I used a little oil pastel in the background. But so this one was so the hand is God's hand. Um, because like for a successful couple or relationship, I feel like God should be in the midst. So a lot of my paintings have a hand in them. Because it's like it's God's hand being in the midst of whatever you're doing.
Okay.
Um, so he's kind of like reaching out because, he's like it's like the protection over the couple in this case.
Okay. You know,
hmm
I saw that when I saw this guy, and I saw that because quite a few of your pictures have religious connotations to them. And I'm like, okay, we're on to something here. What about this picture?
This one was also like God's hand lifting you up.
Hmm.
And the arrows are, showing the movement. Because I like to have, so the person, it could be any person. That's why I just gave them, it just looks like a form.
Okay.
So he or she is being lifted up by God. So, and I just felt in that moment, because we moved and it was a lot going on.
Okay.
And, I just felt like kind of some days was better than others. So I was just like, no matter what, God's still gonna lift you up. So it could be anybody, but in this
Right.
case, it was me in that moment. But yeah, I just painted it
Okay.
because that's how I was feeling.
But you know what else I saw in that? When I saw the hand holding the person and the different colors, I was like, that's almost like a rainbow showing God's love to anybody and everybody.
Yep.
It doesn't matter their nationality. It doesn't matter their, because we all gonna bleed the same red blood. So I was like, and I love colors. Everything is colorful to me. So when I saw it,
Yeah.
I was like, man, that is pretty cool. So how long did it take you to do some of your artwork or your drawings?
So it varies because sometimes I'll get really inspired and I'll finish start to finish, and it'll be like a couple hours, and I'll just start to finish it. And then other times, honestly, I feel like I'm starting to feel like it's God telling me to leave it alone for a while because sometimes I'll have a painting sitting somewhere for a while and then I'll get inspiration one day and I'll finish it and I'll be like, wow, maybe it was just meant for me to just leave it alone for a
Okay.
second. But
Okay.
generally, it can be a few days, a few hours to the span of weeks, depending on like how much inspiration I'm getting
What your
from that,
creation is. I got it.
Yeah.
I got
hmm
it. Now the next one I'm getting ready to show. I said now either she's been there, she has a great memory, or she's going to take us there with her memory. I'm not even going to tell you to guess which one it is. This is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely awesome. I know the elephants, so take us with your mindset for doing this one. And what is it? Is it a drawing?
So this is acrylic paint. It's on a
Okay.
canvas. Um, so cousin had went to Africa, and he asked me to paint this painting for him, and he was like, just plants and um giraffes. So then I was like, but I had gave that one to him, and I really liked that one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I was like, I really have free will and I can make my own. So then I was like, let's make one, but with elephants. So I had a few different types of pictures, but I kind of just used them roughly and then kind of just came up from there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I saw it, I was like, wow, she is literally taking me to Africa. Literally,
Yeah.
from the grayish to the skies to the sunlight and the elephants with the dirt
Thank you.
or the brown part. That was excellent. I was like, yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. This is one of my favorite ones. And so
Thank you.
I'm gonna pause for a second and
Okay.
bring you back up. What is what are your inspirations for special requests? Do you take special requests, or do you just say, somebody say, can you do the specific thing and I'll do it, or they leave it to your imagination?
So it depends on the person. Some people are like they leave it up to me,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of the times if you ask me, I'll do it. I'm pretty open that way.
Okay. And
But
what else? What are your other talents outside of your artwork?
I really like doing hair. I really like doing hair. But I don't really want to make it like, even though I'm making art, which is something I love, like a business for me. But I was like, I just want something less like a hobby that I just do for me. So, but I really like doing hair. That's always been like, I would say around the time that I kind of got more into art, I would say I kind
Mhm.
of started doing like braiding and twisting and natural hairstyles. I really like that.
And it's odd that you say that because the very next picture I'm bringing up, I was like, she's got the generations going with the hair.
Yeah.
So what is this? I mean, now that I'm looking at it, is that a guy with the gray, or is that like the grandmother?
So this is one woman. So I saw this picture this artist did, and it was similar, but it had, I think, one more person. But I was like, I want to do that. But I like people with the vitiligo. That's what the skin condition's called. Um, was like, I'm gonna do somebody with this vitiligo on their skin, but I want it to be like the little girl. It's all her, but the little girl to
Oh,
the younger woman to the older
okay.
woman, because some people don't even become old. Like, they die young or anything happen. So I was like, I just want to like it's a passage of time. That's kind of like my perspective of this one.
And the different shades or tones
Mhm.
shows the expressions. That's almost what really. That's probably why I wore my orange DJ straight shirt today, because when I saw this picture, I was like, I like the color, so I'm gonna put
Yeah.
my little orange on. Again, for those that are just joining, we thank you for joining. And guess what? For those that weren't able to come on today to see this, you can go on our channel DJ Straight, and you'll be able to see the same interview. Of course, in the beginning, we had a few kinks we got to work out. This technology is something,
Yeah.
something. But anyway, you can go on out and subscribe because we got other things coming on. So that was one of the persons. This is deep. This is almost like a tombstone. Is that right?
You can say that, because I really like to leave room for people to interpret my art the way they want. I don't name a lot of them. I just want people to, whatever you think, that's what it was. I have my own opinion of how, what I was inspired, but I like to see what other people see too. So,
Well, that's why it's called Aaron's Way, because you have your own way. So is this wood burning?
so yes, this is the wood burning.
Okay, so with the wood burning, how did you do for the guy and the words I can understand. I could probably burn my own words on my wood, but how did you do the graphics part?
So it's this tool and it heats up to, I think, like 700 degrees, like it's super hot.
Wow.
And basically, even it even sparks sometimes, if you rub it too much. But basically, you plug it in the wall and it heats up, and then you can. I use a pencil because I wasn't thinking I could freehand, so I was like, let me use a pencil, sketch it out, and then I just went over it with the tool. So you just rub it, and then it's
All
basically
right.
like how you would use a pencil or a marker or
Okay.
something.
So you had to
And
trace the
yeah,
person first and then do what you wanted to do?
yeah, pretty much.
That's
Yeah, because it
beautiful.
has different pieces you can put on it. So I just use a plier because I'm gonna burn myself otherwise. But you unscrew it and then you put a new tip on and you're able to use like it's a thinner edge, and then there's one that's like kind of angular. There's another one that kind of looks like a ball on the end. So that's how I
Okay.
was able to do the hair. It was like a ball
I
tool.
might have a design for you, but I'll talk to you later. I might have a
Okay.
design that I might want on this wood. I don't need
Okay.
it till later on this year, but that was beautiful. All right. The
Thank
next picture
you.
I'm about to show is now. Let me guess. I
So
want to say that her shadow is running from that. That looks like a good hand. Is that the devil's hand? That's God's hand.
no, it's God's hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when it said your mind, I was like, well, it looked like a good hand because you had another picture on here where that was self-explanatory. So
Yeah.
what's the shadow? Who is the person in front of the person?
So it's this song by this artist, and he he had struggled with depression in the past, and he is a Christian, but he struggles with depression, and I really like his music because it's not the typical like God loves you and everything's amazing in life and always perfect, because God is good and he's always looking out for us. But sometimes, you know, it's everything's not always perfect. How some people preach it. Like every life is not always perfect 24/7.
Absolutely.
So I really like his music, and the song, it was called Chasing. And the lyrics is like, all of these stars out, why would you think about my life? And in the song, um, he was like, chasing, you could be chasing anything, the grind, you could be chasing um but any worldly desire, any vice, anything that's not of God. So basically, that's what the shadow is. You're just chasing literally anything. You're chasing time. You're chasing money, whatever. So I made it a shadow because I didn't want it to be like a super focus, like, because it could literally be anything, and that's why the form is just like blurred out because it's like you're
That's
running
nice.
so fast, trying to chase after this, and it's and then another part of the song was you're mine. Like out of all of these stars, God's saying you're mine. So just stop trying to run after this person because it's not going to, you know, it's not going to benefit you in any way. So that's why it's just a darked out shadow. But
That's
yeah.
nice. Let me see if I add that other one. There was one. Let me see. I got 10. Is this the same person?
So this is a guy and a girl because I had made the guy first, but I felt like he needed somebody. So I was like, I'm gonna just do this.
Okay.
It's
Now,
two
this
different
is
paintings
I reckon I know what this is. This is season woman that the stained glass windows. I knew she was at church.
though.
Let's get to this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, that was another indication. Muscles. This one was heavy. Talk about this thing. Talk about this picture right here.
So, this one was like you're dead to sin, and but you're also protected by God's hand. So his hand, you're sitting in his hand because you're being lifted up, but you're also dead to sin. So that's why at first I was like, this might be too much because it's blood and it's dripping. I was like, maybe that's too much. But I was like, no. And my grandfather bought this one, and it's in his living room. But yeah, it was like you're just dead to sin. So I wanted to literally have the sin like falling off, like it was some of the blood, you know. Um, but in the midst of it, you're always protected by God. So that's why the hand was there. And I just had the inspiration to do this one, so I just went with it instead of being like, well, it's blood, that might be, but I was like, no, because the Bible says, you're covered by the blood. So I was like, no, we're gonna literally have the person covered by the blood.
So I'm gonna tell you something. You always go with the way God is leading you to do with your art, your illustrations, your creations.
Yeah.
Because just by me glancing, I picked 13 out of the 33 that you had because they were all fantastic. But what I'm saying is because, you can win souls, you can win people just by your art. Like the questions that I'm asking you, somebody else could ask you those questions. And with your explanation, you could give them inspiration to say, you know what, you might want to turn your life around to the Lord. God, you're a young person. You can reach the young, the old, the people who have their different mindsets. So, Aaron's Way is a great thing. And I'm glad that you wanted to share your art because it is definitely inspirational. I mean, just by talking to you, there is definitely a strong presence of the Lord in your life. And you go with that, and he will lead and he's going to guide you. But again, for the people who just, came on, visit her site, Illustrations by Aaron. And I'm glad that you were able to come on and share your passion of your artwork. What other things do you like doing? You like to do hair? Listen, this is your floor. I'm giving you the moment. How else do you want to advertise yourself, broadcast yourself? Is there anything else? All right. I think she got stuck. I think I lost her for a minute. Yeah, she's frozen a little bit. And so listen, thank you all for coming on. Okay, here we go. Please add it back to
I'm
the
back.
screen. Your
Yeah.
twin is on, Aaron, because you got frozen a little bit.
Oh Lord.
That's okay. Listen, when I get ready to do these broadcasts, I prepare. And sure enough, when I get in that studio, I like being in my studio. This is a different room. But we got to go with the flow. And that's why I learned how to just set up. But, what I was saying was your conviction is so strong. And again, for the people who are just coming on, you missed a great interview with Aaron from Jersey. But what other, I'm giving you the avenue, what other things would you like people to know about you as far as what you have to offer the world, society, your family, your friends?
Um, Honestly, I just want like my message to always be um just being yourself, because for a while, like especially when I was younger, it's so hard like trying to
Oh, shoot mine again.
like trying to navigate, your relationship with God and the school setting. It was hard and it wasn't always easy, but um I just want people to know that like just be yourself, be weird, be, you know,
Yeah,
funny, not funny, whatever, just be yourself, my main
we're
thing.
missing your face again,
Um,
Aaron.
I always, let me see. What is
Yeah, we're missing your face again.
Okay, hold on. Hold on one second.
But it's okay because I understand. I understand that it's probably the location. But again, you hold on to what's true to you. This is why God made all of us different.
Okay,
He made
I'm
all of
back.
us different. He made all of us unique. And again, for those that are just tuning in, I'm going to go through her catalog. These are a few pieces of her catalog one more time so that you can see what it is that you miss. This is beautiful. I don't know if the girl is dying and the guy's praying for her and she ready to go to heaven, or if they both get another chance. But I like the color scheme on this. This was one of my favorites. Matter of fact, that looks like a book cover, really. Oops. I didn't talk about this one, Aaron. Where is this? I think she's selling. She's frozen again. Let her know she's frozen again.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Can you hear
okay.
me?
Yes. Where is this, Aaron? Because I skipped this one because I wanted to get in.
So this one is I was driving around with my sister and it was these trees and it was like dark at the bottom and light at the top. So it's like maybe like 10 minutes from my house. It was kind of like it was it was the scene, but it was also like I added the fox and
Okay.
the trees in the back are a little different, but
You
that's where
know
the
what? You know
initial
where I
one
thought
came
this was? Honestly, I thought this was probably somewhere like Australia, New Zealand, somewhere where they get a lot of
from.
snow
Okay.
and you
Yeah,
freehand the fox.
it kept snowing off and on, this winter. So I was like, I feel like I'm gonna make something
That was great.
inspired by the
Okay.
snow. Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, I want to really thank you for taking your time to come on. And again, I'm going to put your information up again. Check out her Instagram, Illustrations by Aaron. That's AYREN, not ERIN, but AYREN. And again, her phone number 916-613-9146 and Aaron's Way at gmail.com. I really appreciate her wanting to take the time to come on and show her art. Is very talented. She's very talented. I mean, I'm just looking at them. I really can't say enough, but I like the fact that this is a young lady that is sold out for the Lord. And she doesn't mind expressing her love for God through her artwork and also in the life that she's living. So I'm going to get her to come back on before I tell her bye. And again, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, DJ Straight. We've got some other shows coming up. And also, if you go on our website, you'll see a whole lot of shows we had, My Siblings and Me, 1 Hour Aloud. We needed people just to read the word. And so, again, Aaron, you're back on now.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know
okay.
what is happening with this,
That's
but
okay. Listen, I believe there's so many things going on in this atmosphere, in this air zone.
yeah.
I can't tell you. So I'm just glad that you were able to come on. And I didn't want to cut you off or do my closing before I had the opportunity to bring you on and say thank you for taking the time to meet us and Praise from the Closet. And the name of the show that we did, the segment was What's Your Passion? And, when you want to come back on, you are more than welcome to come back on. So thank you, Aaron, for coming on. This is DJ Straight. DJ Straight signing off. Again, check us out on WGMLB.com. We are playing gospel music, inspirational music, 365 days, 24/7. And if you would like to be a guest on one of our shows, open mic, as a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, we had the show called Jump On, Jump Off. You got something to say? Jump on it. Say what you want to say, jump off, or you can stay in and talk about what other people are saying. So, Aaron, I was just giving you accolades and saying that I appreciate you coming on. And we're going to sign off. And again, keep up the great work. And you and I'll stay connected because, like I said, there's some other things I want you to come on and talk about.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Aaron.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. And listen, you can take this and share it on your Instagram. When this is over, it should automatically be uploaded to the YouTube, DJ Straight, and then you'll be able to share it. Okay? Uh-oh. Right, Aaron? Thank you. All right. Stay. I'm going to take you out of the studio, but stay on, okay?
Okay.
Okay, stay on. Again, you all, thank you for tuning in so much. And go back and check out Aaron's Way. She's got some great pictures. Again, this is DJ Straight signing off. I can't reiterate enough. Go ahead and join us. Subscribe to our channel. We've got some great things coming up. You want to hear excellent music? Check out WGMLB.com. And we've got shows for everybody. 1 hour loud where you get to read the word for an hour. What's your passion? Open mic, my siblings and me. So if you got some siblings, come on the show with your siblings and let's just have some good fun. Again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to spring forward tomorrow. Don't be late where you have to go because the time changes. Again, thank you for tuning in to Praise from the Closet. And I am your hostess with the mostest, the one and only DJ Straight. That's Strate. People ask me, where did I get that name from? Go on my website, WGMLB.com, and you'll see how we got that. But again, thank you, Aaron, for coming on and spending time with us.